His family said a few weeks ago that they had a phone call from Abdulrahman for a few minutes, but we have heard recently that Abdulrahman Yusuf al-Qardawi's family allowed to visit him in detention in the UAE. Can you share any details about how that visit took place and what was learned from it?
Yes, his family were allowed to see him very briefly for no longer than 10 minutes recently. That's the only contact they have been able to have in person with him. There's been no further contact since then, and they do not know, we do not know where he is being held. So he's effectively disappeared with no ability to contact him or to ensure that his well-being is protected.
I think these are very important information about Abdulrahman. So there was a visit between his family and him in his detention place, or where?
No, it wasn't at his detention place. It was somewhere else. It's not clear where. And as I say, no one knows. The family, we do not know where he is currently being held and detained. When his family saw him very briefly, they were only able to do so for no longer than 10 minutes. He appeared to be all right, but one never knows. They were not able to speak with him freely, and as I say, they have no contact since then. He is being held somewhere, we don't know where, in solitary confinement, so on his own, which is very concerning because, as we know, such confinement is not lawful. It has been held to constitute torture, to be held in such conditions and without access to your family and lawyers.
Yeah, but what happened during this visit? Did the family share with you some details?
The family was able to speak very briefly with him, not go into any details, and it was not possible to get a real sense of what was going on. But most importantly, they haven't been able to have any contact with him since, and they don't know where he is, and no way of reaching out. This is prohibited as a matter of international law. It's contrary to all recognized human rights standards.
How was he? How was his health? Any signs of torture or ill treatment?
The family reported that from what they could see, he was all right, but one can never tell fully in these circumstances when the visit is so short. But they were able to confirm that he is being held in solitary confinement, which, as I've emphasized, is widely regarded as an unlawful form of detention in these circumstances, which can constitute torture.
What did he say during this visit? Any messages from Abdulrahman?
No, he was not able to convey anything in the form of a message. It was a very brief exchange, and it wasn't possible to have any meaningful conversation, especially in such a short period of time. Usually, under international standards, you would be required to allow access to family, friends, to lawyers, doctors, to those who are being held in detention. But none of that is applicable in his case. Also, very significantly, we don't know what the charges are. He hasn't been charged with anything. He hasn't been brought, as far as we are aware, before a court of law. This all makes the detention unlawful and arbitrary.
Did you manage to visit him in the UAE?
No, the only visit in person has come from the family, as I mentioned, the very brief visit of no longer than 10 minutes and nothing else. What we are doing as the legal team is we are focusing on taking all possible legal steps to secure his rights and urging the UAE authorities to do the right thing and uphold international standards and ensure that there is access in the future and that we know what is happening to him, where he's being held, and to release him because there's no evidence of any crimes being committed. He hasn't been brought before a court, and you can't just be held in detention with no charges indefinitely.